Hi, welcome back to Movie Review Mom. Hey, has anyone told you you're awesome yet today? If not, you're awesome. Thanks for subscribing. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Today, the movie I'm reviewing is The Aeronauts. This movie is rated PG-13. It's an hour and 40 minutes, and the movie review mom grade that I'm giving it is an A minus. I really enjoyed it. First of all, how can you go wrong with Eddie Redmayne and Felicity Jones? I mean, they're absolutely fantastic together. They both were nominated for an Academy Award in their roles together in the fantastic movie, The Theory of Everything. Did you see that? You definitely should see that. He actually won an Oscar for his role and very well deserved. He was unbelievable. Now, in this movie, she kind of gets the spotlight. So I'm curious to see if they'll both be nominated for this one or how that's going to play out. But anyway, they have fantastic chemistry together. They're outstanding actors. And in this movie together, they celebrate some aeronautic history in the United States, in England, or the history of mankind, even better. The movie is loosely inspired by true events and the book called Falling Upwards, How We Took to the Air in Unconventional History of Ballooning by Richard Holmes. Director Tom Harper gives us an exciting ride as he kind of controls the weather with his shaky cam and close-ups. Now, normally I'm not a fan of shaky cam and I get all dizzy, and so I was a little worried about that, but actually it was totally fine and really added to the spirit of adventure in this movie. You really should see this movie on the biggest screen possible, and in many theaters across the United States, at least, it's going to be played on IMAX screen, which is perfect. The film is actually being released by Amazon Pictures and will only be released for a very short time in select theaters. So be sure and get online and try to find out where it's playing in your area. Amazon sure has come a long way since we used to just buy books from them. Do you remember those days? I'm probably dating myself. Anyway, well done. The story is an outstanding one of courage and triumph, although the film is not entirely accurate, completely eliminating Henry Tracy Coxwell, who was the pioneering co-pilot of James Glacier, whom Eddie Redmayne plays in the movie. Instead, Felicity Jones's character, Amelia Wren is her name, is entirely fictional, although she's based on a few female aeronauts in the 1800s. And so if that bothers you, remember this movie is not a documentary, and it's really just to kind of celebrate the history and the triumph of mankind. We'll say that. What's awesome is that Eddie Redmayne and Felicity Jones actually really did fly in a hot air balloon at 8,000 feet, just like Glacier and Coxwell did in 1862. So that's pretty awesome for them, but kind of fun as a little side note. Now, some quick tips for parents, and that is young children might be bored with all of the talking scenes, but they'll definitely enjoy the hot air balloon scenes. People are in perilous situations. You see some wounds with blood. A person actually falls to his death from a hot air balloon. Now, that's not a spoiler, it's part of the story, and you see it actually several times in the movie. You don't see him land, thank goodness, but it's part of the motivation behind one of the characters in particularly. There's no profanity or violence. Yay, so that's always great. Now, some themes of the movie are one, first of all, Amelia Wren, Felicity Jones's character, says, "You don't change the world simply by looking at it. You change it by the way you choose to live in it." And I really love that. And that's probably the most powerful theme or message of the movie. But other positive themes certainly are determination, persistence, science and the quest for knowledge, and imagination. And I feel so grateful, and you will too by the end of the movie, for all of those who came before us, who were bold and brave and dreamed of possibilities and acted on their vision, oftentimes in very dangerous situations as they explored possibilities. Anyway, you'll feel that sense of awe and wonder and gratitude, I think, at least I did. Now, some other things that I really liked are that there's some fantastic special effects that truly make you believe what you're seeing is real. The clouds were gorgeous, and I'm wearing this little scarf because it was the only thing in my closet that gave me that same feeling of the fluffy blue and white clouds and that dream state that exists high above the earth. So that was just beautiful. The movie is beautiful to look at. And again, it gives you that sense of wonder and dreamlike state. The period costumes and set pieces really take you back in time. The bird's eye view of London and the landscapes were just awesome. The cinematography is truly stunning. It was nice to see Himesh Patel in the movie after his captivating performance in the movie Yesterday, although his role is very small in this movie. Did you see that movie? That's a really fun, sweet movie. Put that on your list of movies to see as well. So I was genuinely worried about this dog in the very first scene and then laughed at how well that represented the entertaining spectacle that English exploration was in the 1800s. You'll understand what I'm talking about when you see the movie. Anyway, there was a really beautiful butterfly scene, and I looked it up online just to see how accurate that was and found out that some species really do fly that high up in the sky. That was just kind of a fun, magical moment that I really enjoyed. Now, only a few things I didn't like. And first of all, is that you might get a little bit of vertigo if you're afraid of heights. So just close your eyes and hold on to your seats, especially in that third act. The scenes that stop to give us the backstory kind of slow down the exciting adventures. And some people have said that it really bothered them. However, it rounded out the motivation, gave us some character development, and gave us some insight into the characters. So I didn't mind it so much. And in good storytelling, you have to have a little break from all of the excitement. So I was totally fine with it. Sometimes it is hard to understand what the character's saying, especially in the third act when things become frenzied and people are screaming and that kind of thing. But again, it was fine. So other than that, I actually really, really enjoyed the movie. So that's my movie review in a nutshell. Be sure and subscribe, ring that little bell, and you'll be notified every time I upload a video. And visit my website, Movie Review Mom, where you can see a bunch of the funny lines and interesting lines that I always write down when I watch the movies. I'll leave you with one of them, and that is a line by Felicity Jones and her character, Amelia Wren, when she says, "The sky lies open." And it does. And it just kind of gives you that, again, sense of wonder and excitement to see what else lies beyond the sky.